Hey friends, it's Kate from Kate's Crafting Corner. It is 1:55 on Monday, the 27th of October. We are almost done with Vlogtober. I know I've sucked real bad at it this time with being sick and the book fair and just basically being exhausted all the time and those worry-warm orders. I've not had time for myself. So I haven't filmed in the last 2 days. I am aware of that. And I haven't opened the advents. I will do that when I get home, but I wanted to do an update really quick because since I finished Worry Worms, my time is my own for a change, and I will be starting Monopoly Monday. So, for that, I will be working on projects that's on my Monopoly board, and the first one I decided on was Any Town, Tiny Town. That's what it will look like. And this is where I am at the moment. So I do need to move my hoop because I don't think that there's 500 stitches just right there. I am, hang on, yeah, I am planning on doing the change in the pattern that has this as the American flag, kind of like this drum down here. I'm planning on putting it one row higher so I can do a row of red, just because I like odd numbers and I don't like it ending in white. I'll work on that once work is done. I have a bunch of books that I need to put barcodes on, do spine labels, and so my plan is to edit my video that is going to be 6 days worth, but I didn't film for 2 of them for sure. And so I put it all into my iPad and it came out to about 55 minutes ish. So I'm thinking I'm just going to do that whole time period and one upload, and then hopefully I can be back on track starting today. So I am drinking a witch's brew because finishing those worry worms last night, I only went to bed at 3:30 or 4. So I am pretty tired, but I'm hoping to get enough energy to do a little bit of my Monopoly Monday. I don't think I'll be able to manage 500 stitches to finish this whole one, but we can hope. So that's about all I have for this moment. I'm going to get working on those 2 things, and then I will come back with updates later. I did bring my Watson, Sherlock Holmes piece, maybe to knit on. I haven't decided. I haven't decided if I'm gonna leave on time or not. It's all up in the air. But the weather is beautiful today. So I have the door open. You might hear kids. I'm not sure. But because when I'm editing, I turn on a voice isolation and a noise cancellation that drowns out usually the sound of my dogs sometimes, as well as other little noises. So you don't always hear the things I hear. It drowns out the air conditioning when I run it. There's a fly. Lovely. Probably because I keep the door open. But I do like hearing the kids playing, so. They finally fixed my doorstop after a year and a half, so I can have it open again. Anyways, enough chatting. I've got work to do, and I will talk to you all later. Bye. I thought I would show really quick this is my stack of books that I'm going to add to the library. So there are 30 of them. I always do 30 at a time, and the reason for that is that our label sheet is 30. So that's what I do. But so what I need to do at this point is I need to put the barcodes on all these books, then put the label cover on them. And then these are our spine labels. I don't include these ones for picture books or for 741, that is graphic novels, but I do put, because we have stickers for those, but I do put them for all the other ones. So the 523, the 031, the ones that start with FIC, and 940. PIC means picture book, and I just don't do those ones. After I do that and cut out those labels, I have to look up each of the books to determine what color dot on our dot system they get. Hang on and let me find that. So this is our dot system at our school. We usually do Lexile levels, but I've been having trouble finding a lot of the newer books on Lexile. And they've changed their website to only let us look at like 20 books a month, which just isn't enough. So I've been going to AR, that's Advanced Readers, something like that. There's a website and it's free to use. Like a lot of the book challenges I've done in the past have used AR if it's also marked as children's books on Goodreads. So this is the range and the dot I assign depending on those books. Some of them I know off heart, like the Babysitter Club ones will be a green dot. If it's Babysitter Little Sister, it'll be yellow. But there's a lot that I don't know, and so I have to look them all up. I will need to look up probably about 27 of the 30 books. So that is a bit time consuming. And then after that, I have to cover them. And if we get there today, I will show you what that looks like. Hey friends, it's Kate from Kate's Crafting Corner. It is 7 p.m. I was probably at work till almost 5 today, just working on the books while the video finished exporting and then uploading. But anyways, I'm home now. My phone's only at 9%, so I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible and then get it charging. So I have the last 3 days of the Advent yarn that we haven't opened up yet. Then I want to talk about my plans for this evening and one other thing if we have time. Okay, so let's get going. Number 7. Ooh, a row counter. I love these row counters. I use them quite a bit. Stop it. Ooh, basically a solid. And I was just seeing that I said while editing that it had been a while since we had a solid. Look how beautiful that blue is. So this one is called Royal Sapphire. Oh, that's a good name for this one. That is beautiful. Put that back in the box. Number 6. I think the extra is a sticker. Oh, it's so cute. A little dragon laying on the moon. That's so sweet. And oh, this is fun. Look at how many different colors are in there. So purple, gray, green, light blue, and that cream white that's been throughout most of this. Oh, sorry, what's the color name? Dragon Horde. Which suits it because gems come in a bunch of different colors. Number 5. Oh, there's a candy treat. Sour Patch Kids. Yummy. And the color, ooh. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at the speckling. That is some beautiful speckling. And the color name is Royal Jewels. And these are, there's also red in this one, but it's pretty much the same colors as the last one, just speckled. I really like that. Okay. Now for the plans for the evening. I haven't done any stitching yet. Hang on. Did I... 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. No. Okay, so I've watched 4 episodes of The Great British Bake Off. I do not know how many I have to catch up on because I've been scared to be accidentally spoiled if I Google it. I don't know if you can hear them play fighting out there. They're quite high pitched, but it's okay. Anyways, I'm pretty sure it's like 4 episodes. I just don't want to spoil myself, so I haven't looked. So what I'm kind of planning on doing is watching that, getting it caught up, and getting my required stitching caught up on my whiteboard. So as a reminder, if anyone gets a Hollywood handshake, they get 500 stitches on their whip. Last and technical is the number of bakers left times 25. First and technical is the number of bakers left times 50. The eliminated person gets 500, and then the star baker gets 300. And I am woefully far behind on stitching this. But when I was going over all the days that I had planned, I forgot about Television Tuesday, which is where I'm going to fit in these challenges. So I've got Monopoly Monday, Television Tuesday, Witchy Wednesday, Thursday is still blank, Family Friday, Santa Saturday, and Seasonal Sunday. So I get one day where I get to choose what to do. I mean, I get to choose all the time. It's just in narrower categories. So like Monopoly Monday, I had a choice of like 7 projects to work on. So, it wasn't like I was restricting myself to only one project. So I'm hoping that that will allow me to stick to kind of like a schedule a little bit better, but still allow myself the variety and freedom to choose that I like. So that is what is going on with that. And so the 2 things I'll be working on tonight will be my Anytown Tiny Town, and I already showed you guys where I'll be starting on that. I set it up for all of my challenges, so now I can just jump in on stitching, and I don't have to worry about that. The other thing I'm going to work on is my sticker piece that I haven't worked on since the first 4 days. So I have calculated it out that if I do 2 squares every night, then by Halloween night, I will be caught up. So Halloween, I will only have the Halloween one to do. So my plan is to do 1 day back. So in this case, the 23rd, and then do the current day, which in this case is number 27. So that's kind of my plans with that. Hang on, I'll be right back. My husband is calling. Okay, sorry about that. You don't know how long it's been, but I do. Well, actually, I don't. It's now 7:30. So, while on the phone, I was working on this guy. I have no clue what it is. Absolutely no clue. I'm gonna guess it's some kind of cryptid that I don't know. But yeah, it's been fun. This is a big one though. Anyways, the last thing I wanted to share with you guys is I got this off Amazon, and so I'm in a group called Whip Warriors, and every year Lisa Lane from Paddock Lane Designs puts out a Whip Warriors 2026 journal diary thing. So every month there is, here, I'll show you September. There's a calendar, And then a new starts and a new finishes thing. Honestly, no clue what that is. And a whip tracker over here. There's one for the year, and then there's one for the month. There's a seek and stitch, which I'm guessing is the challenge for next year. This year was category, so I'm going to guess that this is what it will be next year. And then a feisty focus. Don't know what that is either, but I'm sure we'll find out. And then a sheet for challenges. Then you have a page for notes, and then each week has its own page. The day of the week, the projects, and the progress you made on them. So, at the back, there's a lot of pages for notes. In the front, for the year-long things, there is a year in a glance planner. There is a focus 10, but you can expand it to 26 because it's 2026. And those are the projects you plan on focusing on. There is several pages of project lists. Like I said, several pages. There's a yearly WIP tracker. So you put the 26 that you plan on focusing on, and then they have the days, no, the months. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Yeah. So if you worked on that project during a month, you would highlight it. Or you could write how many stitches you did on that WIP in that month. There's a WIP Go board. A thread tracker, which I'm not entire. Oh, this is for the group. This is every month you have to have 3 threads to prove you're active in the group. And so this is to color in your threads. And then it goes on to the monthlies. Anyways, so there's also retreats. There's an alphabet, like maybe you do authors' names, or maybe you do pattern titles. Anyways, this was $12 or $13 off Amazon. So I think it's really, really worth the deal. I'll include the link down below. There's 2 versions. One is like $1 or $2 more expensive than the other one. I think this is the more expensive one. The other one is black writing, and I just liked how that looked better. This looked better. The one criticism I have, and this I don't blame on Lisa at all, but I think in the printing, some of my pages, some of the pages like here, just didn't translate as well to black and white as it could have. That is my only criticism. Otherwise, I think it's fantastic. I'm really looking forward to using this. And they open up for new members in either November or December. And I need to try to get back into the Australia road trip one that I was kicked out of because I wasn't posting enough. And I'm going to start selfishly stitching. I'm going to start selfishly crafting. And that means trying to make a concerted effort to cross stitch every day, because there was a long time I wasn't. And since Kitty and I have started doing our fabric of the month, where we pick a picture this plus off of 1, 2, 3 stitch, which obviously can't travel by itself, my stash has been accumulating again, and my desire to cross stitch has increased. So I'm really looking forward to utilizing this, to crafting and cross stitching more. And yeah, I'm pretty excited about the upcoming year. December always gets bogged down with knitting. It is what it is. but I am hoping that 2026 will be a year of stitching for me. That's the only real update I had to give. I'm going to get changed into comfier clothes. My husband says he's coming home soon. We'll believe it when we see it. He wanted us to do the book fair money tonight, but I was like, this takes us hours because my husband likes to collect coins, so he likes going through every single coin with a magnifying glass and everything. And that's something that just it takes hours. It takes hours and hours and hours. And he's like, "Well, can't we just start it?" And I'm like, "I know you. There's no just starting it. Once you get started, you're going to want to keep continuing." So no. He's like, "When would I need to leave for us to be able to at least start it?" I was like, "Dude, it's too late for that. It's too late today for that." Um Maybe if he comes home earlier tomorrow, we can do it, but I also hope can we just push it off to the weekend because I would like to be able to craft selfishly these last few days of October. I feel like I've done a lot of obligation crafting, and I've also not slept a ton last night, and I was like, "You remember I only got like 2 hours of sleep?" And he's like, "Yeah, I know." I was like, "So I'm not in a place to start it right now. Like, listen to my voice. It's going places and I don't know where." But yeah, that's where that's at. Anyways, I'm gonna start real crafting. I need to put my phone to charge because it's gonna die. Um, and then I will come back and hopefully be able to have worked on some cross stitch. I have put on a load of laundry. I unloaded our Home Chef package, and I did a couple other chores. So I'll do a load of dishes while the laundry is being no, while the dinner's being made. And then I do plan on doing 2 meals so that we can take one for lunch tomorrow. So I'm planning on doing meatloaf that came with a salad as our lunch tomorrow, and tacos where instead of a tortilla, it's a lettuce cup, and is made in the oven, the other is made on the stovetop, so it should work great. So that's my dinner plans tonight and lunch tomorrow. Anyways, before the phone dies, I'm gonna go and I will catch up with you guys soon. Bye. Hey friends, it is super late. I'm not like probably 1:30. And I've come to report that there is no update for tonight. I decided I decided I was going to look in the one final place for that charger that I had left to look. And so I organized, ignore this, that's blocking everything. I organized that whole area. Like I took out every single project bag. I looked inside of just to see what was inside of every project bag. I found 2 projects I'm planning on frogging, so that's good. And I just made it tidy. I know it didn't look that tidy, but it is tidier, and much more organized. And I've made a couple of decisions. First is that I am going to purchase another copy of this, possibly in the other edition, and I'm actually going to use it for knitting. And part of the reason why is some of these challenges, like the 26 and 26, the project list, the whip go board, the yearly whip tracker. I want to use these various challenges to get myself to whip down. Um, I have definitely got at least 36 whips over there. I have a lot of socks that I need to and want to finish, where I've maybe finished 1 sock. Maybe I've finished 1.5 socks. Maybe I've finished half of a sock. But they need to be moved along. I have a lot of shawls that I've started and haven't worked on. And so I want to put those all on a whip go board and track that. And I want to pick 26 whips to really focus on and possibly finish. And I think having a similar planner will really help, especially since it is so cheap. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. If the coloring is better on the other edition, I'll use that one for stitching and use this one for for knitting. But yeah, that was just one thing that I thought about. Then that way at the end of every day I update both planners. They're both like, it's all very similar. So that is why I was thinking about that. The second thing is that I did actually find the charger. Weirdly enough, it was on my desk, like right below where this my phone is, that I'm filming on, an area I know I have searched repeatedly. So part of me is thinking that I maybe unearthed it unknowingly in that pile, because I was just basically like, I was going through everything and I started to get more focused on the whips I was finding and the projects. And also I'd been researching this plug and I could have sworn it was black based on everything I saw online, but it was in fact white. So right now this is charging. I'll be able to use it again, which I'm so super excited about. It makes me excited to get back to some of my projects. So pretty happy about that. I did unearth 2 projects I want to kind of work on right now. And the first one, oh gosh. The first one is a pair of Halloween stripy socks that I've been intending on finishing for quite some time now. It is a very easy, basic pattern. I am on the heel flap of the second sock. I'm pretty sure this is the heel toe do-si-do pattern from the Crazy Sock Lady. And, you know, it's probably not possible, but I would really like to just have these done. I have quite a bit of yarn left over. I haven't weighed it, so I don't know exactly how much, but I'm thinking I'm gonna need to have like a scrappy project that just uses self-striping. Anyway, so there's that one. What is this one and why did I pull it to the side? Oh, that's why. I am so close to finishing this stocking for my husband. And I need to do that. So this is where I am at. And I would really like to finish this by his birthday on the 19th. Then I can count it as one of the presents, even though I've already, I guess, given him this as a present before, but I want to give him 7 completed objects, or, you know. Let's see if this shows what it's supposed to look like in the end. Let's see. I finished day 9 and I'm working on day 10. There are 12 days worth, and that includes the like hanging and loop and everything. And so this is what the finished pattern looks like. And so let me look at where I'm at. yeah, I've just finished this section, so I just have that much and left to do, which is not really that much. So I am really really happy about this progress, but yeah, now I just need to get it done. And so I pulled this out hoping to get it done really quickly. I am using Plymouth Select Yarn DK Merino Superwash. It's 100% Superwash Merino in the DK weight. Sorry, excuse me. This color is called Straw. Jeez Louise, all the goodies I have hidden in this bag. I have 2 sets of DPNs. Oh, okay, let's see. So this one is just called dark gray. And the red is called, need the tag for the red? Nope. Found another tag. Yes, the red is called Wine, and that's what it looks like. It's really pretty. My plan initially was to buy green and then make it again, but in green for me. So I don't know if I'm still going to end up doing that or what. Some like stitch markers in there and stuff. I mean, I might even be able to make like a matching hat or something for my husband. Are you still attached? Yeah, apparently you're still attached. So, anyways, that's where I am at on this project. And I thought that these were 2 projects that I could potentially finish and just get out of the way in the next month before Christmas starts. Oh. And again, this is probably the most I've ever done in color work. And I have to say I'm really like quite proud of myself. This is like the first time I've ever done color work, and I think, I mean, it's not perfect, obviously, but I think it's pretty good. How does it look on the inside? I always think it's fun. Oh, I have a ton of ends to weave in. I always think it's fun to look at floats. Look at that. That's pretty good. Pleased with myself. And this is called a Latvian braid. Okay, well, I will stop showing that off now. I'm pretty sure my husband will have forgotten about this. So this can hopefully be something that I finish by the 19th of next month. Anyway, I am going to go to bed now. I think my sleep aid has kicked in as my eyes are getting watery. So I didn't do any Monopoly Monday. I will probably work on that for Family Friday and Santa Saturday. Oh, wait, no. That one's not Santa. I don't know. Maybe I'll work on it on Thursday when I'm allowed to do anything. I am planning for the Television Tuesday to work on. Oh, that's what I was thinking now that I remember it. Which actually I might end up doing, is for this week only moving Television Tuesday to Thursday, so we still got the alliteration going, as then I would be able to work on this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday under those other categories, and this is the EMT Santa. So I will pack this in my backpack just in case, but that is my initial thoughts on this project. Anyways, I need to go to bed as it is very late. I will chat with you all later. Bye.